So, yeah, it's kind of goofing around, you know. So, I thought at the end of the day, probably not, just because of the bulb issue, but I haven't ruled it out. Now, these, yeah, if we had a left and a right, and then, perhaps that as a center, this would be kind of awkward with the plate, I couldn't get over the appearance of, it being not matched. So, but possibility of that. Now, here's an interesting one that most would not be aware of. And so that is where that can possibly, that's just the other panel there. So I put that down just for kind of a reference standpoint so folks could see, certainly, plenty of room there to use a 3.5 easily. Then just drill the hole out and mount it to it and go on your way. And if I was to do that, I would just boom, mount it right to this. So when you pull your panel out, you'll just have extra speaker wire and you pull it out of your way. So there is a easy workaround for it being your access panel to your bulbs for your taillights. So I haven't ruled that out, but 4-inch, then we start to exceed, and plus in this series, the way they're designed, little raised up, so we'd have to have a spacer plate of some sort. No big deal, easy enough to make, put on there, but excuse me. But then then we're getting deeper, and there is some room back there. I haven't done any measurements, but this begins to really exceed. Almost, you can just fit it on there, but then you're kind of rocking too. So, just some FYI there. So, possibly, if all else fails, I'll go back, and just get a reference series 3.5 for this, because that's pretty cool, straightforward, easy enough to do, and I'm just throwing ideas out there, folks. I thought that's pretty cool. And again, center-wise, there's a lot to work with here. From this standpoint, again, this is the reference here, and going, no problem, man, no problem. And again, that'd be pretty hot, man, with a center channel in the back, bumping out. So yeah, I said, if we got a center in the front, why not have one in the rear? We got a whole entourage of a build going on, so we have plenty of options we can work with here. Again, just throwing some ideas out there. And anybody else that's done anything or has anything they could add, I'd like to hear it. I'm an open book, man. Again, I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm seeing stuff as I'm making this. I'm gonna be doing some stuff with some red rivets, and boy, I might put a 7 panel across. Jeep 7 with the grill and 7 red rivets on the upper, I guess, rear fin, above your tailgate window. You got a little visor, I guess, that comes out. And I'm thinking about putting some like little LEDs. If I got any of those out. Yeah. Just so these are they look yellow, but these are white. And I'm waiting for my 12-volt converter, so I can mess around with these inside, you know, and work around. But I'm basically ditching the factory interior lights, you know, overhead, I'll say. You know, got the panel in the front, and the small one, you know, right above the passenger seat between the cargo area, you know, up above. Not much to this thing, I tell you. And then your front one, which consists of, and this is actually bolted to the ceiling. It's kind of the framework for your, I don't know, your overhead lights and that. I've had this vehicle for 7 years. I've never used this. I do keep a reserve pair of sunglasses up here, but by no means do I use this thing. So that brings us to, you know, another possibility. I do have the Trailhawk, and so I will be probably painting this red. Okay, and all the I don't know, beige, whitish beige. I don't know. I mean, I ordered a black car with a black interior, and it's got this, and the A-pillars are this color, and the headliner, and so that's it. And you know, I believe they do that to make it appear bigger, you know, inside, because it is all black in there. So I guess I'm painting this black, you know, all this stuff. So, and I'm gonna put my red trim on. And they got all kinds of these like inserts, you know, almost, you know, I mean, they just fly over this, you know, on all kinds of sites, you know, the big ones. But that's, you know, just, I mean, if, number one, these videos are not for you if you are not comfortable taking stuff apart and putting it back together. I'm not making these as a how-to, making these for ideas. And again, I'm an open book, so love ideas. You know. Anyways, never use this. So since I don't, again, going back to speakers, it's kind of interesting how this stuff works out. You know, so this would take a little bit of non-up. Again, no big deal. You know, very little has to be kind of cut down there, or you know, this one would have to actually mount on the outside. Reason being is, like I said, this is the framework, and yeah, we're just not there. Now, there's a hair of room here. That's honestly about what we need. You know, again, this is a little different plastic than the other kind. This is more dense, stiff. You know, it's not like a flexible plastic. You know, like your panel here. I mean, you can kind of bend that around. This doesn't bend. This would crack. So you be careful when you're not on this type of plastic. But again, not out of the ordinary or out of the question to do that. So again, I have to just always verify, you know, before you go cutting something off that you don't need it. You know, this comes with years of learning what not to do. So, but yeah, you know, another just honestly great possibility there that could happen. And I'm going to get a shot here of the other side. So this is where it goes. There's your clips if you snap her back together. Don't use that to hold. And so, let's get a little bite on it here. You know, gotta be something like that, you know. And so all we're losing is that sunglass holder. again, which I suppose I used it. I guess I used it every day. I just didn't use it. I use it to store my extra pair of sunglasses. So, but again, I think that's pretty hot, man. And you still have your light and your. This is for my shade, for my sunroof, and this is the actual sunroof controller. If this was flipped, that'd be on the driver's side, So, because these are in the back windshield, right? This is the windshield here now. All right, it'd be kind of so. Yeah, and this is your button for your actual turn on your lights here. And this is the brains of the junction there. Again, get this little chrome, paint that red and put that back in. So we'd have a little bit of red to reference there. And I said that to myself when I put that down. These are not professional videos by any means. Again, these are just ideas, man. And so, we have the red ring there and the red ring here. And a speaker. And I kind of like the idea of the speaker there because, number one, I don't use that. And you can always put it back when you're done if you want, you kind of got a built-in speaker box, put a little backing on here, butyl or something, and a little acoustophil in there, some pieces of this stuff. I just put some in there for reference, on the back. You'd have quite something. And I'm really leaning towards this one. Now, what I don't like about it is, this is you get backlight, so it's very different than our front one. It's just this, little thing, deal, that goes together there, and they snap together, and you pop it up in the ceiling there. It doesn't even have a chrome ring or anything on it, so, and you would have to, extract and again, no big deal, in my opinion, for things that I'm doing, and that's why, we'd be adding the, alternative interior lighting. Again, I got the big sunroof, and I think I'd put these along the, the edge, all the way back of the headliner. I'm going to be stretching some black perf over the factory stuff. I'm not going to remove the factory stuff. There's all kinds of glues, and there's some wiring that they attach to the top of the headliner there, and you want to get into quality, man. It's what it is. Also trying to clean up some leak issues in that thing. So yeah, just some ideas. I originally liked these in the pillar, but what are we at here? Okay, I'm gonna try and keep all these right around 15 minutes. Where your handles are here, there's a huge frame under here, attached to the tailgate. Once this is off, you can see it, and I'll check it out tomorrow because I just got these tonight, or late today, whatever. And so, honestly, boom and boom, it's right in line with the handle, man. That would be sharp, man. That'd be sharp. And then add this here as a center channel, and then we have a center in the front, possibly in our, in this one, as a possible option. Still keeping the dash one, and so we'd have one there, so we'd have three, and where do we put our fourth, right? And so, there just isn't much that can be done without just completely disregarding this piece and making a little bigger space cutout is what I'm getting at in your headliner, piece. So I'll be looking more into that. The headliner material is a few weeks out, and I really don't have any room in the house right now to bring that big old behemoth in, but it is on the agenda. So because I'm looking for 4, obviously at least add the 1 in the back center. But I'm looking at it again, since that one's just so, to me, screaming, yes, let's do that. These would not be centers, and I wasn't planning on adding additional speakers. I'm already adding, yes. Yeah, we're going too long here. Like I said, these are for the pillars, but this way more modification, I think, than I'm willing to do. So, it might just be back to the 4-inch, or sticking more reference in there. If we can get these in the tailgate like that, then absolutely we could put those into the pillar, and then go 3.5 there. That'd be adding 2 additional speakers outside of what I've already committed to, but I guess we don't have that size, so I don't know. Any comments, anything appreciated. Again, these are very unprofessional, just ideas. We'll get to this up next time. We're a couple minutes over, so I don't like to tie things up too long. Thanks.